Today's lesson 9.02 is going to be on defining angles, inscribed angles, and central angles, and like the arcs they hit. And we're going to have some tough diagrams today, but it won't be that bad. All right, so this is actually the exit ticket from yesterday, and I just want to go over a few things and common mistakes I saw. So determine the area of the circle of circle A in terms of pi if A to B equals 4. So AB is 4. That is the radius. So the area of the circle is pi r squared for area of a circle. The radius is 4. So 4 squared is 16 times pi. Now, some people on the multiple choice exit ticket yesterday chose 16. 16 is not the answer. It's 16 pi. And if I'm rounding to the nearest hundredth or a decimal place, I actually have to multiply in my calculator 16 times 3.14, which is pi. And I get 50.24. So that is the answer rounded to the nearest hundredth. This is the hundredths place. If it said find the area of the circle in terms of pi, it would have been 16 pi. So just a really quick refresher on in terms of pi. Then part B said the area of triangle ABC is 8 centimeters squared. So that's that green part. What percent of the circle is shaded in? Well, percent equals the part out of the whole. So the part that's shaded in is 8. And the whole area from question 1 would be 50.24. So again, I just typed that in my calculator. 8 divided by 50.24 is 0.159. And then when we move our decimal over twice to get a percent, it's 15.9% or 16% if you go to the nearest whole percent. So some people on the exit ticket picked like 25%. This is not 25% of the circle because 25% of the circle would be a quarter of the circle, but it'd be all the way filled into the edge. This is not filled into the edge, so it's less than 25%. Another common mistake on the exit ticket was some people chose 50% of the circle because they saw 16 and 8. So 8 over 16. But remember, that would be half, but half the circle is not shaded in. So here's the new notes for today. We're going to learn about central angles and inscribed angles. The first thing we just want to go over is something you probably know. If I have an arc of a circle, let's say HN is 80 degrees. This arc is 80 degrees. Well, the rest of the circle, H to K to N, I'll do this in black. The rest of the arc, H to K to N, would make it all the way around the circle. And we know circles add up to 360 degrees. So I could figure out 360 minus 80. So HKN is 280 degrees. So the arc's always got to add up to 360 for the whole way around a circle. So that's a little bit about arcs. And remember, those are just like parts of the circumference. Now, a cool thing about arcs, a central angle is angle from center of the circle. So this 139 is a central angle because that's an angle at the center of the circle. And let's do an easier example first, just so you could see this property. So if I had a circle and I had a central angle that was 90 degrees. Well, this arc would also be a fourth of the circle or 90 degrees. So the central angle is equal to the arc that it intercepts. So for this one, 139, my central angle, hits this arc GI, which is x plus 14, we could just set those equal and solve for x. The central angle is equal to the arc. Now there's another type of angle that we're going to talk about. Inscribed angles. This is an angle on the circle. So it's an angle on the circle. So if we look at this angle B, this is inscribed. It's not at the center, it's on the circumference or on the outside of the circle. Now if I look, let's go back to that example we were looking at over here. If I had the same arc that's equal to 90, but I put the angle on the circle, this is not equal to 90. It's less than 90. And it's actually 1/2. It would be 45 degrees. So half the arc is equal to the inscribed angle. Or 2 times the inscribed angle equals the arc. So let's just do a quick example. If this arc AC was 60 degrees, then my inscribed angle would be 30. If I had, I'm going to draw another circle. If I had an arc, let's say it was half the circle. So if I went around half the circle, that arc would be 180 degrees. And then if I'd made an inscribed angle, we notice it's not 180 anymore, it's 90. It's 1/2. So the inscribed angle is half the arc, or 90 times 2. So the inscribed times 2 equals the arc it hits. So those were the 2 types of angles that we're going to be working with today. Now we'll look at some examples on the inside or the next page of our notes. So if we were going to fill in everything on this circle, if this arc is 267 degrees, then this central angle is also 267 degrees. Then if we wanted to figure out arc AB, I would have to subtract, since a whole circle is 360, and I have 267 already, I would get 93. So AB is 93 degrees. And that means that central angle here is also 93 degrees. So central angle is equal to the arc that it intersects. So the inscribed angle over here is equal to half the arc. So if A to C is 162, this arc, then this angle D, it's not in the center, so it's not equal to 167. We have to do, or 162, we have to do 162 divided by 2, or take half of it. And it is 81 degrees. So now we're going to do the same thing, but with some variables. So if we look at this first example, we want to determine angle ABD, ACD, and DA. Well, here is the arc DA, and here is an inscribed angle, angle B. So they're not equal. 3x plus 25, the inscribed angle is not equal to the arc. Remember, we want to multiply the angle by 2 or divide the arc in half. I think it's easier to multiply the smaller one by 2. So if we just multiply this angle B by 2, we will get it equal to that arc. So 6x plus 50, distribute that 2, equals 5x plus 60. I'm going to subtract 50 from both sides, get 10. Subtract 5x from both sides. 6x minus 5x is just x. So x equals 10. So now if I wanted to fill in all these angles, let's start with angle ABD. A to B to D. That is this angle. Angle ABD equals 3x is 10 plus 25. So 30 plus 25, angle ABD is 55. Now if I wanted to find ACD, so that is also an inscribed angle, and it's hitting the exact same arc, so angle B has got to be equal to angle C. So this angle is the same. Angle ACD is also 55. Because they're inscribed angles and they hit the same arc. And the last thing I would have to find is arc DA. Well, DA, the arc, so D to A, that arc is 5 times x is 10 plus 60. So DA, 50 plus 60 is 110. And that makes sense because the inscribed angles were 55 and the arc's 110. And remember, inscribed times 2 equals the arc, or the arc divided by 2 equals the inscribed. So the next 2 questions are U-tries. Pause the video, give those 2 a try, and then I'll show you the correct answers. So we have an arc and we have an inscribed. 2 times the inscribed equals the arc. So 2 times 81 is 162 equals 2x plus 2. I'm going to subtract 2 from both sides, get 160 equals 2x. Divide by 2, x equals 80. For the next one, I'm going to zoom in so you can see a little better. Angle BAC, B to A to C. So that's the inscribed angle. It's 7x minus 14. And BOC, the central angle, is 7x plus 21. Well, the central angle is equal to the arc. So this arc is 7x plus 21. So now I know 2 times the inscribed would equal that arc. So 2 times 7x minus 14 would equal that arc, and then I would solve for x. So for today's lesson, there's 2 U-try problems. Pause the video, try these, and then I'll show you the answers and how to do them. So again, we got an inscribed angle is 5x, and 2 times the inscribed equals the arc. The arc that it hits is 11x minus 6. So we get 10x equals 11x minus 6. I'm going to subtract 11x from both sides. Get negative x equals negative 6, so x equals 6. This is not my final answer, though, because it said, what is angle H equal to? Well, angle H is the inscribed angle that hits the exact same arc, so H and I are equal. So this is also 5x. So angle H equals 5 times x, which is 6. So angle H equals 30 degrees. And so does angle I. Bottom one. All right, so this one, pretty easy because there's not a lot of numbers to work with. If this angle is 30, it's an inscribed angle. So this arc is twice as big. So it's 60. So x equals 60. If this arc is 98, it's hitting this angle Y. That's the inscribed angle. So I do 98 divided by 2. It's embarrassing. I got to use my calculator. 49. So Y equals 49. Basically, I just wanted you to remember, if we go from the inscribed angle to the arc, we multiply by 2. If we go from the arc to the inscribed angle, we divide by 2. Now we're going to go to that. Actually, one more question, then the exit ticket. Another type of question you might see with arcs and angles is just this one that's a little different than normal. So they don't give us the degrees. They give us B to C is 5/12 of the circumference. Determine the angles. Okay, well, 5 out of 12, so part over whole. Well, I know that's equal to some degrees out of a whole circle would be 360. So I could figure out the degrees that BC is. So it's just a proportion, 5/12 of the circle. So 5 out of 12, part over whole, equals part over whole for the full circle. So 5 times 360 equals 1800, divided by 12. So x equals 150. So BC is 150 degrees. So I just figured out the angle. Now I could figure out all the angles that we need. So angle BAC, the central angle, is equal to the arc. So angle BAC equals 150. Angle BDC is the inscribed angle, and that's half the arc. So 150 over 2. I think it's 75. Yep. So this angle is 75 degrees. And that makes sense. It's acute. This one was 150. So what we need to know from today, the arc is equal to the central angle, and the arc in the center angle divided by 2 equals the inscribed angle, or 2 times the inscribed equals the arc. So we're going to flip to that exit ticket, and this is what you want to submit for a grade today. So when you're done, take a picture of it and send it in, or do it on Google Classroom and submit it there. So here's the exit ticket. One question like we went over a bunch today, and the second question is a multiple choice one. Now, this looks confusing. A tip that I might say to use is just give this an angle and just make up a measurement. Let's say it's 60 degrees. Then you should be able to fill in this angle, and you could fill in this angle, and you could figure out which of these is true if you actually put numbers in for them instead of just looking at the letters, just as a little tip.